Hello everybody, it's Laura Van Vertlo and I'm your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I was just playing around with one of my favorite sets that I saw in the mini catalog that just came out this month. It was these adorable hedgehogs. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And it's a bundle. What's even cuter is it has a punch with it. And I can't believe I didn't get the punch on this card, but here it is. It's $32.25 and you get the punch and the cute little stamp set. And here I'll go to page 64 so you can see. Look how cute. I love hedgehogs. They're so cute. I've actually played with one. I kind of wish I had one. And as soon as I saw this in the catalog, I knew I wanted to do a oldie but a goodie. And it's the reflection technique, and or you can call it the mirror technique. And that is this month's club technique. So I decided to do a 2-for-1. This will help my club members, and it'll also help you guys that want to try a new and fun technique. And the biggest player in this, you can use an acetate or window sheet, but to me, I think you get the best result with the silicone mat. So many uses. I've got 2 of them. This one I try to keep cleaner than the other. You can use it to glue like here, and it won't stick to the silicone, but it'll stick to that part if you're trying to get really close to an edge. You can use it for hot glue and then put your piece down, what you're about to put over here. So many uses. So here's the cute little card that we're going to make. And you could even transfer, put a heart in here and make it a cute Valentine's Day card too, since that's right around the corner. And I tried that, and the look I was going for just didn't happen. So I went with this. Anyway, so let's get started. And you will need, I'll put this to the side until I'm done. I've got a strip of, it's from the Europe Peach. Oh, I'm probably not saying the right one. It's the Peachy Designer Series paper from the annual catalog. And it is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then I went ahead and ran the crumb cake mat piece. It's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I ran it through with the Tasteful Textiles, or I think that's right. Don't you love it? How I'm representing today. 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to fold it in half. If you're a new stamper, this is one of your basic fun tools. It makes a nice crisp fold. Keeps your card shut better than just folding it by your hand by itself. So all of this I'm going to put to the side, including our envelopes. Love our envelopes because when you stamp on them, they look really pretty, and we can have naked envelopes. Okay, so I kind of messed up on the back of this, but I figured it's a piece of paper. There's another side to it, and we're going to go ahead and make this work. All right. I'm not going to waste this paper. Take a Memento ink. I'm going to ink up the little hedgehog, and I find it easier to do the reflected image or the mirror image first. So you see him on there. It's kind of wet. And you will see that you can go, this may not be the most perfect, but put it down, and you can see the image through. And then I just kind of push it down just a little extra. And there you go. Kind of smudged a little bit. But that is how you do this technique. And I happen to have one. Looks a little bit better because I've been having, sometimes it's not the most perfect, but I would say 9 out of 10 times you get it looking good the first time around. So I went ahead and stamped the butterfly and the grass. And then I'm going to show you how I colored the grass beneath the hedgehogs. I just took our handy dandy brushing, blending brushes, and you get 3 of these for $12. Bargain. And I kind of just didn't like them floating in the air, so I thought, let's just put some light grass underneath. And when I color in the hedgehogs, you won't see how I kind of got it behind them. All right, so I'm gonna put this, and all you have to do is use some dishwashing liquid like Dawn, and just scrub this out and let them air dry, and they're good to go. They might have a tiny bit of staining, but most of that'll come out. So really easy upkeep, or you can just buy several and have one for each color family. Okay, so, and then to color, I used the dark blends, Granny Apple Green. You could also use markers, or you could use your blender pen with ink pads. You could also use aqua painters, or excuse me, paint. I am not getting any of the products' names right today. Whew. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, these. You get 3 of these for I think $12. You get a small tip, a thicker tip, and then this one's the brush tip. So I love these. And when you refill these, you want to turn it the opposite way that you would normally. It's not the righty-tighty. It's like the lefty. Left makes it tight, right makes it loose. It's really weird. Anyway, so let's see. I just didn't want you thinking you had a product that was not working for you. This is light crumb cake, and that's what I colored his body with. And his little ears. And I always like to use the light first. Everybody has their technique for doing the blends. I tend to like the light first. Because if I want it a little darker, I can even just take the same color and go right over it. And it'll make it look shadow, like you'll give it that blending shadow to it. So there's their little bodies. And then I'm going to take the dark crumb cake and kind of use the other, the smaller tip to kind of give them a little bit of shadow. And then I'll go back with the light one and blend it. And this is what makes it blends, because the alcohol, since they're alcohol based, when I go back over it, you will see it starts to kind of blend through and blend together to where now it looks more like a shadow than just a marker line. Still getting used to them. I would certainly like to try to do a class like they do with the Copics or Copics, whatever they're called. Let's see. I went around with, this is the light soft suede. The dark was a little too dark for me. I might as well just do the quicker way and just do this. And I like how it kind of brings out the quills. When I used the darker one, it was a little too dark, so you couldn't see their cute little quills. And I didn't bother with trying to blend on this part because you really couldn't tell with the ink detail. Let's see, there we go. And again, you can still achieve these looks with your regular markers. You don't have to have the blends, though I really do enjoy coloring with them. I think it's my preferred colors. And then I like to do the watercolors. And I still love the markers. Okay, so we are going to do the butterfly real quick. And then we'll do our sentiment and put the card together, and we'll be just about done. This is the So Saffron. And then I followed it up with a little bit of pale papaya, or actually light pumpkin pie. They kind of look the same. And then put that to the Where is the... Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, there we go. Got it. I was trying to figure out where I got that sentiment from, and it was from the Lots of Heart. Any sentiment would really fit nicely in this little corner. Sometimes I just don't want to cut that extra piece just for a tiny sentiment like this one. I forgot to mount the stamp ahead of time. This block of glue. And then we will use the soft suede ink. Or actually, I think I used Early Espresso. Where'd my card go? My original card. Oh, the abyss. The ever abyss of the stamping. Do you ever have that happen to you? I'm telling you. Oh well, we're just gonna go with it. Oh, there it is. Yes, I did do Early Espresso because I think the other one was too light. So the nice thing about these photopolymers, I can see right where it's gonna go. And then we have just the little note. Put that to the side. And now we just assemble the card, which is easy, the easy part, I think. So, oh, you know what I'm missing? Ah, there it is. The mat for that, okay. That's why I didn't say anything about the mat. There's a mat that is 4 1/4 by 3. And if you have not watched any of my other videos, the trick to using the seal is to get a nice clean break. I'll show you on the next one. Okay, so that's down really good. The old snail, we would do this, and all that will do is pull it and you'll get a string. If you pull and go forward, pull, go forward, it gives it a nice clean break and a lot of less frustration. Takes a little practice. I promise you'll get it. And then you'll love that glue because it sticks. Okay. And then we gotta put this down. I did not do dimensionals on this one. I did on this one to pop up the main image. And I don't want anything too busy underneath here because the focal point was really these cute little hedgehogs. So then I tie my linen thread. It's about 18 inches. And I'm looking for glue dots because they were somewhere on my table. And yep, there they are. I don't know why I just don't leave them out. Okay. I'm probably going to want my little knot right there. So I put a glue dot down because it makes it easier. It's like, you know, half the time when I'm crafting, I don't have somebody to put their finger here when I'm trying to make a knot to tie my bows. And some ribbons are a little bit more difficult to use than others. Not use, but just, you know, their texture sometimes slips. This one's just like, it's tiny, so you just don't want to have to keep this part taut and then try to see I'm fumbling with it. There we go. And we kind of adjust it a little bit, and then we go back and just nice sharp snips. All right. And then if I can figure out what I did with there you are. And then I will show you what I did on the envelope because I don't like naked envelopes. It's a little loose on the back. I think what I'm going to do to make sure that does not get too crazy is I'm just going to get a little bit of glue on there so it'll stay still. Okay. All right. So now we just put him down and it is good to go. And there's your cute little, just a note. And then what you can do, oh, that's what it was. On the inside, I just stamped a little mushroom, if I can find the mushroom stamp. You know what, I'll just show you on the other card. I went inside I did this on the envelope as well. Stamped the mushroom, and I used the Poppy Parade, and then the crumb cake, and a little bit more of the green. And it makes a cute little inside for your note. And that is how you do the reflection mirror technique. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to shop my website, here it is. It's lvenvertlow.stampinup.net, and there's no G in stamping. Also go to my blog, laurascreativecorner.net, and you can also email me. And you can always email me if you want the host code for the month. And also, it's celebration. So remember, for every $50 increment, you can get free items out of this catalog. And if you host, you can get this cute little calming camellia with a qualifying party. And then there's one of my favorites right there. And then you get some marble paper and these cute little otters. And the fun rainbow paper. And these cute little butterfly and cars. And the daffodils, which coordinates well with the Daffodil Daydream bundle. There's so many options. So I would love it if you shopped my store. It would help me greatly with my little business here. And I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the video.